two. I said microphone check. 1, 2. Can't nobody out here do it like me. Ain't nobody out here winning like me. Can't nobody out here do it like me. Just like me, like me. Can't nobody out here do it like me. Ain't nobody out here winning like me.
Hi guys, my name is Marco and today is a special day. We are going to review Arvala M11. The M11 is the most versatile scooter I have ever ridden. There are endless ways to customize the performance of this scooter and to modify the predefined settings so you can really adjust it to your feelings and likeness.
M11 electric scooter looks amazing with those flashy deck lights and cool graphics. It's got the power of a thunderstorm under the hood. But let's start by talking about its brains rather than just its good looks. Once you've taken a break from trail riding, you can sit down and download the Arvala application on your Google or iPhone App Store. With the Arvala M11 electric scooter, you can easily connect to the app using its Bluetooth feature, which recognizes two connections. The first connection is with the smart BMS from the battery, and the second is with the VCU unit that controls the scooter's functions. Let's take a deep dive into this topic. However, I'd like to highlight the most crucial features of the app. With this app, you can predefine specific settings for different terrains based on the mode you're driving in. There are 5 modes to choose from. For instance, in the city mode, both motors provide 60% of the current with EABS on, ensuring a smooth and fluid ride. It's essential not to suddenly have too much power and risk hitting pedestrians. Alternatively, you can create a custom off-road mode where the rear wheel is set to 55 amps of current and the front one is set to 40 amps, making you more reliant on the rear wheel and less jumpy on the front one. Additionally, you can test how ABS works in conjunction with EABS and fine-tune it to the next level. To better illustrate how the setup works, I will give you a visual representation of different modes and settings you can predefine, making it easier to understand and configure your preferences.
I want to show you now what you can do with the app. It's pretty incredible, you know? So we are low at battery. Let's try to connect now. Device is connected. As you can see, he's doing the self-check right now, checking motors, battery, and everything. So you can be 90% sure that everything is okay once the app doesn't highlight any of these upper icons. I will put on the screen what these icons mean, so you know when you get the scooter what's what. We can check the temperature of the motor, current and everything. So for example, now the dual motor option is on and I can turn off the front motor. The motor is turned off. Then again I can turn it on. Changing gears apply to display as well. So apply to settings of the scooter. Also, if I turn on the lights left, when it blinks, when blinking starts, it recognizes it here. I can change miles to kilometers. Like if we are driving and have this thing on our handlebar, we can see how much the current, the front and rear motor draws. And I will explain later on why this current for front and rear motor is important. Now, let me show you something else. If I click on the battery, I can see the system voltage, the current, state of charge, charge counter, maximum minimum voltage, cell temperature max, and minimum rated capacity. Also the voltage of battery pack cells. These are 16S. So we have 3 cell temperatures, 2 MOSFET temperatures, 2 BMS PCB temperatures, and that should be really enough. Then we have the LED settings. We can define the color and LED mode, magic forward, magic back, and so on. So it's possible to change these presets so you can get more fancy lighting. In advanced settings, when I input the password, it is possible to change some specifications which are only for experienced people. So we have the speed limit, the motor pull, these things you do not change. Then we have the ABS, which was turned off. In our next review, I'll check out how that works, and then I'll report. Then we have the system protect temperature, gate out, I don't know what's gate out, and anti-theft mode. And there is also assist parameter where we can choose for each assist, for each mode you are driving in, we can choose what is the AABS level, what is the speed limit, and so on. So for example, number 5 has 100% speed limit, EABS is 5, front motor is 5, rear motor is 5, front current is 55, and rear current is 55. So these are just incredibly cool things. For example, you can put front motor to give you more current, rear motor less current, and then you can customize all these things. Like if you're really into customizing scooters, this app gives you this possibility. You might be asking yourself, who is Arvala? They are a new brand from Tne Scooters, and they have created a whole new breed of scooters. These ones are smart, special, and feature high-end components. The scooter is dual suspension scooter. It features hydraulic front and rear shock.
High quality KKE shocks are wide known for their motocross and surround suspension.
It also has this steering damper that's really needed for this scooter. It helps you out in terrain like this, where you are going uphill and downhill, and it also helps you to stabilize movement when you are reaching top speed. I think my steering damper is too soft. Let's try now. Now it's better. Compared to 10-inch tires, these wide 11-inch feel like they're ready for anything. You can of course change these off-road tires and their pattern if your rides are more city-based. They can handle anything from pothole to zombie attacks. And the handlebar width, 64 centimeters. That's why it feels very good. I'm not a fan of 720 millimeters of mountain bike handlebars because they are too wide. So inside this is a 60 volt 26 amp hour battery. It's dual 1600 watt motors with 2600 picks. So altogether this scooter is 2200 watt scooter.
If this power wasn't enough, the scooter has also 5-second instantaneous power, which is 3300 watts per motor, so altogether the actual peak power is 6600 watts.
As I am a chicken, I never tried the top speed. So we are now going to do the full speed test of Arvala M11 single motor. So single motor is about 55. On the screen we'll see what GPS says. Let's try again, dual motor.
Listen now, later you'll believe me. Got you under my spell, the whole thing was easy. I just come and wink my eye like a genie. Put my crown on, y'all little peasant can king me. I'm irreplaceable, the different one. Since I was born, I was the chosen one. Every time I speak, you know it's unique. Might go over your head, my words are kinda too deep.
Because I stopped where I felt safe. We'll see what GPS says. This was the 5th mode,
and dual motor option on.
Speed, I did 60 kilometers per hour, but in my next video, Leah is going to do the top speed. Let's talk about the folding mechanism. So this is self-developed mechanism made by Arvala. It has a pin lock here. You push it, then you pull this out. It's a bit tricky. And when you do that, then you can fold it, remove your helmet if you're smart as me, and then you have the handlebar lock that goes here, and voila! Your scooter is airborne. So that's easy enough. However, you will not carry the scooter so much because it has a lots of weight. This is the hook. You bring it back, click, that's it.
The deck size is just right, not too short, not too big. It's shorter than the VSET 11 Plus and larger than the 10 Plus and Mantis. For me, it's perfect, and the rubber deck is great option since my wife cleans the house but doesn't touch the e-scooters, so taking a piece of cloth with water will be enough to keep this clean. And the deck has lots of clearance from the ground. Before we open up the scooter to show you the battery and Cineway controls compartment, let me just tell you that this scooter features high quality nut brakes. This scooter has zero wobbling on high speeds. You can adjust it via damper, and all other components on the scooter are of a high quality.
So I decided to open up this to check what's inside. I gotta tell you, one thing I really like are these high quality screws, so they will not get damaged by unscrewing and screwing them inside. So this is the compartment for the Cineway controllers. Nice. And this is the battery. So this is waterproofing silicone. Okay, so let's see. The connectors are inside. So this is actually the brain. This IVCU, Intelligent Vehicle Controller. This works with your Bluetooth to bring you the Arvala app. A small rain will not damage your scooter because the parts where wires come in and so on have silicone seals.
So here's our conclusion. We can really say that the Arvala M11 is the most incredible scooter we have ever laid our hands on, and we hope our video gave you a glimpse of just how amazing it really is. The 85 km/h speed of this scooter is not too shabby, and when it comes to braking power, it's simply awesome. Arvala CFD BMS and smart features will make this baby go-to e-scooter for 2023 and 24. But let's talk about the looks, shall we? The violet design is sleek and stylish, and all-round LED lights and turn-in signals are super cool. We are already planning a second video where we don't chicken out and go full throttle. Trust us, you won't want to miss it.
Hey yo, here we go. Microphone check. 1 2 1 2. I said microphone check. 1 2. Can't nobody out here do it like me. Ain't nobody out here winning like me. Can't nobody out here do it like me. Just like me, like me. Can't nobody out here do it like me.